Hi everyone. Welcome back to USA Settler Diaries. Today we're diving into a serious topic that affects many Filipinos here in the US and their families back home. We're talking about the recent pledge from the Philippine government to monitor our countrymen in US immigration detention, what it means, why it matters, and what you should know. Let's go. What's the news? Here's the headline. The DFA has pledged constant monitoring of Filipino nationals held in U.S. immigration detention facilities. According to the news, because of the sensitive nature of their immigration status, the DFA says it shares information on detainees, including their health conditions, only with consent. The DFA also says it remains in close contact with U.S. authorities to ensure the rights of Filipinos in detention are respected. At the same time, migrant worker groups are voicing concerns about alleged mistreatment of Filipinos in U.S. detention, things like denial of medical care, harsh conditions, etc. So that's the quick version of the story. Why this matters for Filipino-American viewers. Now, why should you care? A few reasons. Protection and rights. If you re a Filipino immigrant or know someone who is, and you end up in detention for whatever reason, immigration enforcement, visa issues, etc. It's good to know your home country is paying attention. The DFA saying they will monitor means there's a lifeline. Awareness of your status. Many Filipinos in the U.S. might not know exactly what their rights are when detained. With the government's pledge, it's timely to review your rights, know your consular options, and be proactive. Transparency and accountability. The fact that migrant groups are raising alarms means there may still be gaps in how detainees are treated. The DFA's pledge sets an expectation of oversight. But it also raises the question, how effective will that oversight be? For families back home, many of you have loved ones in the US. Your peace of mind and ability to support them is tied to knowing there is someone watching over them, theoretically at least. So whether you are the immigrant or you're a family member back in the Philippines, this news does have real implications. What the pledge actually includes and what it doesn't. Let's break down what the DFA's pledge is, and also what it isn't. So we're realistic. What it is: regular contact. The DFA says Philippine consulates in the U.S. are actively engaged in monitoring conditions of Filipino detainees. Information sharing. They claim they will raise issues with U.S. authorities when necessary, for health, rights, etc. Respect for consent, privacy. The DFA notes they share health or other sensitive info only with the detainee's or family's consent. What it isn't, it is not a guarantee of perfect treatment. The pledge doesn't mean the government can immediately intervene in every situation, especially inside U.S. detention. It is not full transparency into all detainees' cases. Some detainees might still find it hard to access information or assistance. It is not a substitute for legal immigration counsel. You or your loved one still need to know your rights, have a lawyer if needed, and act proactively. What you should do. If you or a loved one are a Filipino immigrant in the U.S. Okay, so what concrete steps should you take? Here are actionable tips. Know your consulate embassy contacts. Make sure you know which Philippine consulate or the embassy in your city-state is responsible. Save their phone numbers and email. Keep your documentation updated. Have your Filipino passport. Pay, if you have dual status, current visa or immigration status documents all in order. If detained, request consular assistance. If you get detained by U.S. immigration authorities, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, etc., tell them you are a Filipino national and want to contact your consulate. Stay in contact with family. Let your family in the Philippines know your whereabouts and keep communication lines open. Give them the consulate contact so they can follow up. Know your rights and secure legal help. Being monitored is good, but you still need a lawyer who understands U.S. immigration detention cases. Consent matters. The DFA will share info only with your consent, so make sure you're comfortable authorizing that if need arises. Be aware of possible risks. While the pledge is positive, there's still the possibility of delayed action or unreported mistreatment. Be alert. From where I stand, this news is a step in the right direction, but we shouldn't view it as a full solution. Especially as someone who has been living in the US for only a short time, as you may know if you followed my channel. I see how easily immigrants can feel vulnerable. Language barriers, legal complexity, power imbalance. For the Filipino community in the U.S., this pledge means an opportunity to demand better treatment and more transparency. A reminder to stay informed and not rely solely on the government to fix everything. A chance for Filipino families back home to feel more connected to their relatives abroad who might be in difficult situations. As someone making content, and maybe you are too, we have a role to raise awareness, share what rights people have, how to access help, what procedures to follow. Because knowledge is power. To wrap up, yes, the DFA's pledge to constantly monitor Filipino nationals in U.S. detention is good news. But you're not off the hook. Staying safe still depends on being prepared. If you're a Filipino living in the U.S., or you have family there, take the actions I mentioned. And for everyone watching, share this video. Many Filipinos may not even know about this development or what to do if they find themselves in detention. If this video helped you, please hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post more content like this. Comment below. Have you or someone you know ever contacted the Philippine consulate in a situation like detention or immigration issues? What was your experience? I'd love to read your stories, anonymously if you prefer. Share this with your Filipino American friends, and with family in the Philippines who may worry about their loved ones abroad. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep building community across borders. This is Marisol signing off. Palom.